Hey, what's good, YouTube? That's Snoogie Beats. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm about to make a beat. So, like, I'm gonna show y'all how I did it. Um, Hold up. It's like a hard trap beat. Tell me if y'all fuck with it. Alright? Like, I already have, like, everything on there. Like, the whole stems and everything. I already, like, this is, like, you know, all from no samples. I ain't sample shit. But, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all listen to it, but I finished the whole beat. I just need to like equalize it and shit, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta equalize some shit and put some EQs and like master the shit. But hold on, let me like I already like, like put everything on there, you know what I'm saying? The low filters and everything. I just gotta EQ it. But I'm gonna do that though. I'm gonna do that with y'all. I'm gonna do that with y'all. For like trap beats, I like to set it at around like it's trap beats has always got like a fast pace. So you gotta set that shit at like 180, 160 to like 180. That's like the like the standard trap melody. Dun dun dun. It's like a fast. The BPM is fast. You got the BPM is it gotta go fast. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be slow on that shit. You gotta pick up the pace. R&B is slower. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's slow. So you gotta pick up the pace on trap beats. When you always start, you always gotta have the BPM on. Like you can't like you can have a good beat in your head, but you always gotta like start from scratch. Like when I first started, I was doing that shit. Like I just like I like had like a melody in my head, and I would just like go home and like do the shit. But for real, if you don't do like the skeletons, that's the skeletons, like the BPM, like make sure everything is perfect, then your shit is not gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure that shit perfect. You don't just like go in there and like, cause if you just go in there, you just jump in the pool like that, your shit gonna be muddy. You just jump in the pool with no light vest, your shit gonna be muddy. So what I do is I just I put here, let me show y'all. I uh I set the BPM first. So for this track it's 180, and then I make sure the grid is perfect, cuz sometimes it be like I make sure the snap to grid is on, cuz sometimes it be taking that shit off. I hate when they be doing that shit. And it be like like messing me up, and sometimes like, I'll finish like a whole beat, you know what I'm saying? And then I have to start it all over again because the grading was like off. The grading was fucked up, so I had to like start the whole shit over again. But yeah, like for real, man, make sure that shit is perfect, and just make sure it snaps to the grid. Um, for this beat, I ain't really use. I just use like basic hi hats. I use the Metro Boomin hi hat. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. Uh, why y'all can't really hear the build up. But for this track, I use this trap build up right here. Hold up, let me ghost everything real quick. I use this build up right here. Right here. Y'all heard the build up? Hold on, let me show y'all. I use this trap build up right here. Hold on, let me show y'all this shit. This one right here. I gotta put this shit in the mix in the track. Oh yeah, always use tracks. Tracks is important for every like kick, every snare, every hi-hat, every clap, every snare, every plugin, everything you use, every sample you use, every plugin you use, every VST you use, you gotta put that shit in its own mixer track. And the mixer track is this right here. You gotta put this shit in its own track. Like, see, for my my kick, I got my kick on 1. So hold on, let me try to like multitask real quick without messing my shit up. So like, since I got my kick on 1 right there, it's gonna play right here on 1. But right now I got it, 14. Track 14 is my is Citrus. That's a VST plugin. But yeah, 1 is the kick right here. So that's the kick I use. Sometimes I like to layer my shit. I like to layer my kicks. So for this one, I use this hold on, let me see what I used. I used the sideway kick, and I used the 808 kicks. And for the 808s, I use TM88, the TM88 808s. Yeah, and I put that in mixer 12. But like I told y'all, like I was saying, y'all gotta make sure y'all shit is perfect. Like, y'all gotta make sure it's organized, cause like this shit, I've been working on this shit for like a minute. I ain't gonna lie, I was like kind of procrastinating a little bit, but y'all gotta make sure, like, when y'all got a beat in your head, y'all gotta like, like, go do that shit, like, for real, or else like y'all not gonna get better. Like, you improve by like, coming up with different ideas, coming up with different, ways to make your beats, like different crafts. You gotta have different crafts too. Like, so if you make it, when you got a melody in your head, go make that shit. And over time, like, that shit will, like, you'll eventually build up on that beat, build up on it, you keep building up on it, and I mean, who knows? You might have a blockbuster hit, you know what I'm saying? So so for this, like I said, for this track, I used the sidekick and the TM88 I mean kick. The clap I use is it's just a basic clap. Just a basic clap. I set that on track. That's mixer 2. All right, so like the track for the clap is on 2. So the mixer is gonna be on 2. The mixer is this right here. This is the mixer right here. You know what I'm saying? This is the mixer right here. And basically, you gon', like, let's say if I wanted to, like, the mixer is basically where you're gonna be putting your EQs, your gain, the gain up, your you know what I'm saying, like your effects and everything. So for this like for everything, like you need to understand the mixer. Because when I first started, I didn't really think I needed to understand it, but this shit is important. Unless you just doing this shit for fun and you're not really serious about it, then I go ahead and make your shit sloppy. But you need to master it. The mixer is basically like mastering this shit. But there's an actual master right here where you actually master the whole track. But I'm gonna go into that later on, because mastering it's not really hard. People just make it seem like it's like some like rocket science, like, but for real anybody can figure that shit out, like low key. Okay, so for this track, I ain't really I'm like my claps, I don't really like add a lot of mixes to it. See, like this clap is on mixer 2. It's on, on track 2. It's on track 2. So it's gonna be on mixer number 2 right there. You know what I'm saying? So like I'll show y'all. I'll just do like a quick. I don't really like to put a lot of shit on my clap, cause the clap is sometimes is loud as shit, and I want to make sure my kicks and my 808s come out. Like I want to make sure my 808s, they gotta boom. Like I want my shit to boom out. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so what I use is I'll basically just take the low ends out, because the clap is really loud, you know. So I will take like the low ends. Hold up, like I'm I'm holding my phone right now and I'm trying to like do this shit, but y'all know what I'm saying. But yeah, take the low ends out, bring that shit like all the way here, bring that shit all the way here. And the treble, I like to drop it down a little bit, just a little bit. Just a little bit, like right, like right here. Right here is good. Like right here is good. And take some I like to take some bandwidth out. Now bandwidth is what it is basically like when y'all see this shit, right? Y'all see how it's like, the it's getting bigger and smaller. Like it's the little circle is filling up, and then when I do this, it's like shrinking. So basically that is when I fill this whole shit up, it's basically like expanding the sound. Like it's expanding the sound, so it's spreading everywhere. If I close it. Yeah, if I close it, it's expanding everywhere. But if I open it, that means the shit is getting tighter. So that means the sound you get is gonna be tighter. So yeah. I like to set my for my claps though, I like to set it at I don't know, like in the middle. I like to set my stuff in the middle. My claps though. Cause if you open it too much, you see, you know what I'm saying? Like right here. If you open it too much, that shit sound too loud. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. That shit, unless you want your shit to sound like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can't do that, but I'm just saying that's what I do. So I like to like just keep it around right here sometimes. And I don't really like to put it all the way at the bottom, because the bottom is the low frequencies. You want to keep it I keep my stuff in the middle right here. You don't want to like go too low on the shit, unless you don't want to go too low on the the low ends, like right here. But let's say like the melody is high, has got a lot of high hands and high mids. You might want to like drop the sub basses and the basses out. And that's what I did for the melody for this song, for this beat, I mean. So hold up, I'll show y'all in a second. But y'all see how I did the clap, right? It's too loud, so hold up. Y'all see what I'm saying? I'm just like my laptop is like kind of fucked up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I gotta be using like the little like mouse right here too. This shit hard, but yeah. Hold up, my God. Yeah, but y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all not dumb. All right, so y'all not dumb. Y'all know what I'm saying. But yeah, so I put this shit down all the way here, cause I want my kick. You want your kick to be the loudest. Your kick gotta stand out. Trust me, y'all. If y'all want y'all, I'll do a separate video on how to get like a killer ass kick. Like make your kick knock. You know what I'm saying? Cause the kick is very important. The kick is the meat. It's like the bologna on the fucking beat. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's the fucking meat on there. So you gotta make sure that shit is slapping. Make sure that shit slaps. All right. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna do a separate video on that. All right. That's gonna be a separate video. So y'all stay tuned for that. All right. All right. So yeah. As I was saying, like the low ends, the sub basses and the basses, you want to take that out and make sure the kick is standing out above it. Cause if you make that shit, if you don't take the low ends out right here, if you don't take the low ends out on the melody and like some parts of the percussions, the kick is gonna sound muddy. Like you want the kick to stand out, but you don't want it to like over, you know, like go past the peak. The peak is right here. Like I like to keep my shit. I like to kick my kick about like, you know, like right here at 6, and my melodies on the low, like right there, and my clap, you know, about right, you know, like about here. Yeah. Hold on, I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Like for this track, the melody, the first melody, which was the lead melody, which was pattern 1. I'll show y'all a video about this shit, like how to understand it, like pattern 1 and pattern 2 and drums and everything. Like that's gonna be in another tutorial. But for now, I'm gonna just show y'all the first melody, which is the lead melody. Bah. Alright, so here it is. Let me play it for you real quick. Let me separate it right here. That's how you separate the song from the whole track. Just click this little rotation button right here. It's like a swap button or something. Just click that and it isolates everything that you play. All right, guys. So yeah, that's how it sounds like. And you also gotta like, you know, tap 2. You gotta feel the rhythm. I'm gonna make a video on that on y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna make another video on how to count BPMs, alright? Bars and how to count BPMs, bars per minute, and whole steps and half steps and all that shit. I'm gonna teach y'all music theory basically, for real. Like I know this shit, and I ain't even had to go to college or nothing for that shit. For real, you can teach yourself this shit, like for real. Yeah, I'm gonna teach y'all, I don't know, BPM, beats per minute, you know, bars, beats, bars. I'm gonna show y'all the difference between beats and bars. All right. But that's gonna be in another video. Y'all gotta stay tuned for that shit. All right, new producers. All right, my niggas. All right. So for this track, I'm gonna isolate it. I'm gonna ghost it. I'm gonna ghost this track right here. So this is the lead mel. This right here, this Agua is the that's the lead melody, and it's a VST. Let me show y'all. This right here, this is a VST. This is Citrus, and I use Aqua. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all everything on how to you know, understand all this shit, because it might look confusing to you. Like when I first seen this shit, I thought it was some like alien technology or something. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was like some alien technology, but when you excuse me, yeah, but once y'all like understand it, this shit gonna be easy for real. Like you're gonna be like, what the fuck? How the hell did I get this shit? But listen, I'm gonna show y'all all this shit right here. It's not even hard at all. It's not hard at all. It's really, really, really easy. Trust me. So don't put your heads down. Keep your head up. All right? Don't put that motherfucker low. You gotta keep your head up, motherfucker. You gotta put that shit up. Be proud of your shit. I'm gonna show y'all how to do this shit, all right? All right, fam? I'm gonna show y'all how to do this shit. So yeah, y'all keep your head up. Head up. All right, so listen, I'm getting off track, but yeah. So I use the Aqua for this one. Okay, whatever. And I basically just, you know, yeah. So this is how it sound like. You know, it's kind of it got kind of like got that like synthy type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. Oh yeah. One thing to get a lot better with like playing keys and recognizing notes. I'm gonna just tell y'all here flat. I'm gonna give y'all FYI. Play with the keys. Like sometimes when I don't even know what to do, I'll just play with the keys. Like sometimes, like right here, I just already thought of like a melody, like something already. You see that shit? You heard it? You heard that shit, right? Yeah, y'all heard that shit. So play with the keys, like play with the keys. Once you start playing with the keys, you'll start recognizing shit. So just play with the keys, and whatever you can, like, you know, get from the keys, just like play it in it. Like just think about something and just like, you know, play it out, like for real, like do that shit. Cause sometimes I don't even like I'm nice like that, but sometimes I'll like play with the keys and, you know, try to get something too. Cause the keys really do help. So for this one, I used the Aqua, and it sounds like this. Oh, you want to make sure you cut everything. Cutting is basically like it makes your track, it don't bleed. It don't bleed through. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure you cut that shit. You cut it. Like mine's right now is set at 1, but you can like move it up. Cut 1 by, you know, like 2. So cut 1. So it's basically like cutting 1, you know, by 1. But it's cutting, you can cut 1 by 1 or cut 1 by, you know, 2, which is basically like it's cutting the first the first half of the song by the second half, and that's basically making sure your shit don't bleed through. All right. So for this one, I just set it on cut by 1 by 1. All right, you know what I'm saying? So cut that shit, and I lowered the volume a little bit. I put full porter on. The full porter right there. Usually I just leave this shit like this. I don't really touch this shit. I don't play with this shit because I ain't trying to fuck my shit up. You know what I'm saying? So mono means one. So I only play with this shit when I'm using the kicks, when I'm like fucking with the kicks, when I'm trying to get like a good kick. So mono means one. Porta means more than one. It's gonna go up. So when I'm using my kicks, when I'm trying to get my kicks right, I would put my shit sometime. I put my shit on mono. I put my shit on mono, meaning one. Cause if I like, let's say, hold up, I'll show y'all. Let's say let me show y'all. All right. Let me see. Let's say, oh, let me cut this real quick. All right, cut the kick. Woo, shit. That motherfucker hit hard. Yeah, I'm gonna show you how to make your shit sound like this for real. You feel me? Yeah, hold on. So mono means one. So basically, it allows my notes to slide up. Porto, you hear that shit? It's going up. See that? But I'll show y'all sliding and everything. This not really like, sliding going up for real, but mono means one. But if I put it on Porto, portamento mode, that's like basically like it's going up. It's going up. Yeah. But I like to set my shit sometimes. I don't do it all the time. I don't do it sometimes. But for this track, I ain't really do it. I just let my shit like this. And make sure the track is on too. I'll do a separate video on all this shit, okay? So y'all can understand it. Cause I know y'all like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Nigga, shut up. Y'all probably like, nah, I know my shit. But like, I'm gonna show y'all how to do all this shit for real. But for now, I'm telling y'all, play with the keys. Not play with the keys for real. Like, y'all need to play with the keys. And download FL Studios, the demo version if you can't really like afford it right now, because I know I was on like a low budget for real for like a minute. Like I couldn't even like afford, like $200. And I was just using the demo version and I got better at this shit. That's how I'm making like, producing for like, top people in the game. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like you could really make this shit. Yeah. I saved up $200. Took me like a whole year to do that shit. For real. But I did that shit. Yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna show y'all how to do this shit. I'm gonna show y'all everything about the panning. Panning is basically like if I put this shit, I'm gonna show y'all all this shit, man. For real. I got y'all back. Like I want y'all to eat. I want y'all to eat. You know what I'm saying? So panning, if I do this shit on the right side right here, it's panning everything on the right side of the speakers. Like this is the right side of the speakers. So everything gonna get panned on the right side. And if I pan it on this side, hold up. Everything gonna be panned on this side. Or I can do it halfway. You dig what I'm saying? I can do it halfway. And it's still playing on both sides, but it's more on this side. Okay? It's still playing on this side, but you don't really hear it. You don't really hear the frequencies. The frequencies are more higher on this side. Same thing if I put it on halfway on this side. You can hear this shit more on this side and less on this side because the frequencies are coming more on this side and the low ends are on this side. All right. So, but for my kicks, I like to keep it in the middle. I don't really like to pan the whole shit on one side because You gotta make sure the kick is like loud. Like the kick is important, y'all. I keep telling y'all that shit. The kick is important. So I like to pan my shit like halfway. I don't like to pan out everything. You don't want to pan out everything, every like kick, cause then your shit gonna sound weird as fuck. But keep that shit on the keep that shit, you know, halfway, or like not, don't do it all the time. Like I'll show y'all the music theory on all that shit too, all right? Cause I learned some shit. I know some shit. Like I'm gonna teach y'all my shit. Like producers, top producers won't teach you that shit, but cause they, you know, they some like slimy motherfuckers. But I'm gonna teach y'all that shit for real. I got y'all back. I'm gonna show love, man. The volume, man, put that shit on the loudest, man, for real. Not on here though. Not on here. Not on here. Put that shit on the the controllers. The controllers are right here. But for this right here, for the settings on the kick, this the settings on the kick. This is the kick setting right here. Put that shit, sometimes I like to put it on right here. I never do this. I used to do that, but don't do that shit. Put that shit, like, make it a little bit, you know, put the decibels up a little bit. You know, the percentage is going up. I like to keep my shit around, like, you know, like one or two decibels when I'm like, you know, when I feel like the kick don't have a lot of power. But for now, I just like to keep that shit. I'm gonna keep this shit right here for this one. And okay. And oh, I didn't even do this. Let me put the attack down. Let me hold this shit. Let me put the decay. Sustain. And release. Put the whole shit down. I'm gonna do a separate video on how, you know, about the attack, delay, hold, decay, sustain, and release. All right, y'all. I'm gonna do all that shit. I got y'all. Like I got y'all on this, all right, on this side too, and everything for real. I'll be your wingman. All right. I ain't gonna let y'all. I ain't gonna let y'all, you know, like flop for real. Like I want y'all to enter a beat competition and really, you know, fuck up the competition. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to win. So yeah, for this kick, that's what I did. I just like, that's how it sound like. And my bad, I didn't do this, but you gotta normalize it. You gotta normalize it to put it at the highest. The kick, I'm talking about the kick. You gotta normalize it to put it at the highest. I'll do a video on all this shit too. All right. I'll do a video on all that settings. But for now, what time is it? So it's 2:50. Shit. Y'all gonna hear y'all gonna hear the whole beat when I, you know, equalize it and add a pair, you know, like EQ it, put delays and put side chaining and ducking it and all that. Y'all gonna hear the big difference. But for now, you know, I gotta do some other shit. But I'm just gonna like do this shit real quick. The intro. So like I was saying, the lead melody. This is it right here. So that's on track 5. So the mixer for this one is gonna be track 5 on mixer 5. It's gonna be on mixer 5. Y'all dig what I'm saying, right? Y'all get it? Y'all starting to get the puzzle, right? See? Hold up, I ain't put it on there. Hold up, my bad. Alright, so that's it right there. It's on mixer 5 now, because the the VST, which was Agua, was on track 5. So this is track 5. So hey, y'all like that shit? Y'all fuck with that? Hey, comment down below what type of beat y'all feel like this is, cause I get like a Meek Mill, like a um, this definitely this definitely a West Coast vibe, no East Coast vibe for real. It's definitely like an East Coast vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like my man's Meek, I could definitely hear my man's Meek or like Chief Keef on this shit. I've actually produced for Chief Keef too. Okay, so y'all listen to me, okay? Yeah, yeah. I produced for Chief Keef back then, back in 2016 for his Bang Volume 2. Yeah, that shit was lit. Yeah, that man work hard, yo, for real. He a cool dude. Listen, all right. So that's it right there. Yeah, that shit sound really terrible. But like I said, I'm gonna come back because I gotta go out. You know, it's like about to be 2. It's about to be 3, and I gotta do some shit. I gotta meet up with a customer to give a beat. But listen, okay. So this is how it sound like without no EQs and stuff. But when I come back, I'm gonna show y'all everything. I'm gonna show y'all the parametric EQs. I'm gonna show you how to do that. I'm gonna show y'all everything. All right, I got y'all. But for now, this is how it sound like. This is how it sound like. Actually, let me just do this shit real quick. All right, let me just do this shit real quick for y'all. All right, let me lower it a little bit. Let me take some bass out. All right, so I like to for the melody, since it's the lead melody, I like to take the shit all the way back. The bass, the sub bass. I mean, I don't want the sub bass in there, and the bass. I like to keep it like around here, and I like to open it out to scratch it a little bit, See, like that. I like to open it up, scratch it a little bit to make the sound, you know, expand out more. So that's what opening it means. Like, no, well, closing it. My bad. I mean closing it. I'm closing the sound when when you see the colors. When you see the colors more, that means I'm closing it. If you don't see it, that means it's opening. That's why it's getting tighter. You see what I'm saying? It's getting tight. That's why when you close it, you don't see no colors. This shit getting tight. See how it's like that up here? See how the lines, the purple lines are like make like a point, and then like it's like a sharp point because it's closed. Like the shit is tight. It's tight. Like a butthole. No, I'm playing with y'all, but it's like tight. So like the sound is tight, but when you open it, it expands. You see what I'm saying? It expands out. That's why it's like in a sine wave. I'm gonna show y'all waveforms and everything. All right, I'm gonna teach y'all that shit. So yeah, I like to keep it around like I like to um open it a little bit like around here. And yeah, right there. And keep the sub bass right there. Y'all hear the difference, right? Then from here, hold up. Hold up. Let me show y'all. Actually, you know what? For this track, I think the sub bass and the bass, I'm gonna take it out because it's too loud. The bass and the sub bass is too loud. It's making it too muddy, so I'm gonna take it out. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit in there on the bass part though. Just like that. I'm gonna leave it like here. And I'm gonna move the treble. I'm gonna move that down a little bit. Oh shit, excuse me. I'm gonna move that shit down. Let me see what I got. Alright, y'all still with me? Alright, cool. Alright, so like right here. I put it right there. So basically what treble is, it's like a filter kind of. Like that's how I see it a little bit. Treble is like a filter when you using it for like a VST or like the piano. I'll show y'all that shit later. But treble basically makes your shit, it low passes it. It's kind of like like a Fruity Love filter. It's kind of like this right here. When you use it on your I just farted. Excuse me. But yeah, it's kind of like a low pass filter. But it works differently with different instruments. Like for my claps, I don't use it for that. My claps, I use it for some. I use it to just to take out some high ends out. But for like the melodies, I use it to take out. I use it to like low pass it. Basically make it sound like it's like underwater. Open it a little bit. Let me like open it a little bit. Let me open it a little bit so it can breathe. Alright, let me open it a little bit so it can breathe. The treble. Give it more space. The high mids. I like to like put that at the bottom a little bit. The high mids, I don't really like to put it at the bottom. Like you gotta make sure like the high mids is like in the center right here. You don't want to put it too low. You don't want to put it too high. I like to keep my shit. I like to keep it like right here in the middle like that. And I'll like close it a little bit. I'll close it a little bit. Okay, let me see. Alright, so I'm trying to get the sound modulator, the equalizer. I'm trying to get the shit to go at to stop at like 20 or in like the 20 to 24 range right here. So that's what my goal is. I'm trying to get it in there. Because right now it's like up here a little bit. So I'm gonna try to get it like right down there. So yeah, okay, shit. My bad. I dropped my phone. But yeah, I got it I got it at the 21 mark. Yeah, so that's where I wanted to be at. If I wanted to, be a little bit lower, I'm gonna mess with this shit when I get back. But I gotta try to upload this video. But yeah. This right here, I'm gonna fuck with this. This is the compressor. Yeah, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna fuck with it. Yeah. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Compress it. Compressing it's not that complicated. I'm gonna show y'all. It's basically like just making like the sound tighter, taking low ends. It's basically the same as kind of. It's not the same, but it's kind of the same thing as the mixer. You just compress the sound. Like you're just basically making it like smaller. You compressing the sound, like you compressing certain parts of the sound, making it shrink a little bit, making it tighter, making it smaller. You're compressing it. You're making it, like either go down or you're making it go up. So for like this one, so for that, I would take some hertz out. I would take, it's right now it's like at 13,000 hertz. I will drop the low part of it. It's like the low end right here. I will drop it down like right here. but I wouldn't drop it too low because I don't want to take too much out because then it sounds like this. You hear that? It's like it's compressed it too much, so I usually like just put it right here. Yeah, and I would bring out. No, I would just leave it like this for real. I wouldn't the mids. I would leave it like that. This is the high mids right here. I would leave it like that. Just bring down the slow ends a little bit. Just bring this down a little bit at the tail right here. Yeah, so that's it. I don't really fuck with don't mess with this. Don't fuck with this part unless you're really done with like the whole mixing and the mastering. When you're doing the mastering, that's when you want to fuck with this part, all right? All right, y'all. When y'all done with the mix the mixing, that's when you want to fuck with the mastering and like the volume knobs and all this little ass, like this little ass shit right here. That's when y'all fuck with it. But until then, y'all gotta make sure all this shit right here is perfect. And then y'all start fucking with it just to, yeah, just to make sure everything is, saucy. Everything is, you put the cherry on the top basically. This cherry on the top right here, the volume knob, the pan, the separator, the merge, the speaker stereo separation, I mean. That's basically like the cherry on the top. Y'all know what I'm saying? So yeah, the mass, yeah. So just leave that shit alone and just focus on this when you first starting, okay? For real, new producers, don't worry about this here. Just focus on like the mixers, understanding the mixer. You can play with this just to get a feel of it, but I'm saying like if you really trying to make like a project, like try to have like a project, okay? Like try to have like a first project down. Like that's what I did. Like when I first started, I would imitate a lot of sounds I found and try to flip it into my own sound. So try to do that. Like try to find like a Zaytoven song or TM88 or like Kanye West or like somebody that inspires you to make you do this shit. Just find a sound they did and try to flip it. Like I know Kanye West, um that song I'm lost in the world. That song, yeah, I think that was by that's called Lost in the Woods. I forgot the artist, the band name, but yeah, try to I don't know, try to play with the sounds around it, like the sample, or just try to, you'll get the feel of it, or try to make your own shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always gotta think outside the box, but you always gotta copy other people's style too to learn from them. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get better. That's how you improve. That's how you expand your knowledge. That's how get your own craft down. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. That's what I did. That's how I got better. Now I'm producing for top motherfuckers. Um, yeah. So definitely listen to Kanye West, TM88, Metro Boomin. Them my niggas right there, man. That's Black Power right there. Um, TM88, Metro Boomin. Gucci, my man's Gucci man. Try to listen to some of his songs and try to yeah, understand the styles and like the form, the music theory and all that shit. But I'll go into depth about music theory and all that later. Y'all just y'all just keep looking at my sexy ass. Um, y'all just focus on me. All right, I'll show y'all this shit. Um, yeah, I'm about flip, about to go ghost, cause my phone about to die. I gotta post this. All right, but I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna upload this shit on YouTube for y'all. All right, when I'm done with it, so y'all motherfuckers can hear this shit. All right, hold up. Uh, all right, deuces. Oh shit.